Hello, thanks for stopping by stampstodiefor.com. My name is Patsy Waggoner and I'm excited to share with you today another technique how-to. Hope you enjoy it. Let's get started with the shadow stamping technique. Now this technique is a quick, simple technique. It adds a little bit of dimension to your card without having to cut or layer. Now I think you should be able to see I have a little lighter stamp and a darker stamp over the top, and that's called shadow stamping. In this card here, I've done it with a darker ink, or actually a Versamark pad, and stamped the white over it, and it's just a more subtle but it actually looks like your stamped image is coming off the paper, so a lot of people think that it's cut and layered. So that's kind of a neat way to give your card a look of cut and layer without actually having to cut it. We're going to start with Pear Pizzazz. You want a lighter colored stamp. You want to pick 2 ink colors for your image, and a solid stamp works best. And you want the lighter image to go down first. I'm going to need to clean my stamp here. So now we're going to come back in with an old olive, and for this technique I always use my stamp positioner. So you're really getting 2 techniques in one, because if you've never had a stamp positioner or used a stamp positioner before, you will definitely want one. Sometimes when you're stamping a sentiment in the card at the last moment and you miss a little piece of it, you can go in and stamp right over the top and line it up. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay I think I'll show you this on the white here. I've laid my stamping sheet down, and this is the little Stamp-A-Majig. Now I use a piece of plexiglass that comes with a little piece of paper, or plastic, excuse me, that's washable. But my very first Stamp-A-Majig came with this, so I just kept using it. So now we have our stamped image. So now you want to forget about this piece. This is what really confuses people. They try to figure out, what do I do next? What do I do next? Now you're going to go in and you're going to line this image up. Now if you wanted to stamp over the exact same image because you missed a little, you would line it up exactly, which gets a little more difficult as you get bifocal age. But we want to offset it a little bit to the right. So we go in and we line it up where we want it. Now we're going to take that piece away, and we're going to go in with our Stamp-A-Majig. We're going to just go down, and voila. And you can see that that is off by just a little bit. I'll let that dry a moment. We're going to go in, just offset it a little bit. Go with this. And there you have shadow stamping. Now isn't that a quick, easy way to add some dimension to your card? So again, be sure and stop by www.stampstodiefor.com and pick up this week's tutorial on shadow stamping. You can download that little page, stamp a shadow stamp on there, and you'll have a reference forever. And you can add it to the other pages of our 52-week series. Hope to see you there.